Hey dudes, long time no see. Been incredibly busy the last few months. I have recorded zero in the way of YouTube content in the last month. Well, actually a month and a half, probably. But, time to get back to work on this old guy. Honestly, don't even know what happened. Pretty much, I didn't get anything done at all over the coldest part of the winter. So that's my fault. But let's get busy. We got work to do. A whole lot of work to do. First thing I want to show you is how dirty this thing is. It is nasty. Black is not a fun color to keep clean. I guess sandblasting this back half is going to be more of a midsummer job. I don't know. Depends on how the workflow goes. Got a lot of other stuff going in the old life nowadays. But one thing I did want to show you, and look at this. Look how rusty those bolts are. They're brand new. Well, I say brand new. Sandblasted. Yeah, look at that. With a superior so-called coating that came highly ranked. Let me show you how that held up over here on the old 8-in project, which some of you are following along on. Also treated this manifold here with it and the carburetor, and yeah, look at that. So what, you might ask, has caused this to happen when it's supposed to be pretty and shiny and, you know, nice looking? This, rust prevention magic. Yeah, no magic there. So it's about like that automatic belly button lint removal stuff. It's junk. Don't buy it. Ain't worth running over, and it's expensive. But I'll tell you what I did do about that in that box. We'll go take a look. Yeah, this thing just looks like crap. All this ugly black rust, flaky paint. I don't think when we do the sandblasting on this thing, it's gonna look too bad. This is what happens if you don't do any prep work to your surface underneath and you paint it. It just don't stick. See my pretty paint there, and then that crap. While we have it apart, we're gonna replace this bracket here, just to refresh your memory. At some point in time, that pin sheared, that popped up into there and wore right through it. Got a painted one on the shelf, although it's semi-gloss black instead of gloss, but okay, back on track. This is how I'm gonna fix rusty bolt problem number one. All new stainless hardware. These are 1/2-inch bolts, fine thread, washers, bigger washers, nuts. I'm telling you what, big projects, or any projects really, will nickel and dime you to death. These guys are about $1.75, $2 a piece, depending on length. So yeah, we spent some money here, but I'm a perfectionist, and that crap there ain't gonna work. So first thing I'm gonna do is clean these off, and then I'm gonna take my paint buffer and I'm gonna buff the paint, because there was a little bit of dry spray because I was shooting this in the dark, if you all recall. So I'm just gonna wipe it down real easy, just on the top and the outside, and just run the buffer down where it needs it. Some of it's fine where I could kind of see a reflection, but mainly the tops, there are some dull spots. So we'll set up and do that after I give her a quick bath. I need to give it a good coat of ceramic wax so my paint doesn't fail. I keep rinsing my rags so I don't scratch my pretty black paint. Also gonna have to dry this up. We're at a water spot real bad. We got hard water here. one of the first big projects I'm going to have once I get the truck kind of hopefully closer to completion is building a lean-to barn type thing of some kind to keep this truck in. This is kind of demoralizing. See it all nasty every time it gets gross out. Don't that look better already? And all I did was wipe it down. So this side compared to this side. So I'm going to try to get a picture kind of what I'm going to try to buff out here, because you're not going to be able to tell real good. You see this little bit of haze? That's what that is just a tiny bit of dry spray. So when we get done, I'm going to run this thing down it. Most of that will be gone. There's some spots like right here, you don't see it. That's where it was just wetter when it went down. I didn't want to run it when I put it on, and then this is back to the dry. So I should be able just to hit it with the buffer and take that out. First step of this little process is take my 3000 grit sanding pad and just sand everywhere that has that ugly kind of speckled finish. What I'm going to do is just do this until it's kind of a dull gray kind of look. It's super fine sandpaper essentially, even though it's cloth. So this is what we got. Kind of hard to tell. Actually, it's very difficult to tell. You can see a little bit there. See how it's kind of dull? And then it's back to shiny black. I'm not going to go crazy on this. Boy, it sure feels good. I'm not going to go crazy on this. See right where I stopped. Because any sanding or polishing you do, for the most part on something like this, you're actually taking clear coat off. And I do not want the clear to bake off any faster than it's already going to on a black frame in the hot sun. Next step, polish. Have you ever seen a guy buffing paint on a semi-frame? I haven't. Yeah, I'm just that kind of crazy, I guess. Rinse and repeat. That is the name of the game. Boy, that looks good already. Wow, that looks nice. Do the whole top all the way up and down. You really ain't supposed to do this in the direct sunlight, but don't know what else I'm supposed to do. This is what it looks like just with compound on it. I'm going to show you the magic when you wipe it off with water. It's like a Christmas miracle. If you don't like Christmas, then you probably shouldn't be watching my channel. at that. It's kind of dry. It dries really fast in the hot sun. Since I just went through all the trouble of cleaning this, I'm going to go ahead and apply some of my favorite ceramic wax by Griot's Garage. Awesome stuff. That'll just help it stay a little cleaner. This stuff will get down in the pores and protect the paint a little better. It'll be easier to clean. Just going to apply it with an old sock here. This stuff feels amazing too. It slicks it all up. I'm not going to do the bottom of the frame because I didn't clean it. But you just rub it on, and then as soon as you start to get dry, you wipe it off. Keep this protected, you know. You need to keep wax in it. Keep it protected from the sun. UV rays will just bake it off if you let it dry out. Well, that looks a sight better. It is baby butt smooth. I dig it. Side by side comparison. Dirty side. Clean side. Look at that reflection. That makes me happy. Okay, real quick, I'm gonna go over and do the same thing on that side. Well, both sides are done now. She's looking pretty good. Got both frame rails, tank mounts, both sides done. But now, those of you who already know me are not gonna be surprised by this. My OCD is kicking in, and I can't handle that nasty dirty and that beautiful clean. So gonna wipe that down real quick with just with water, and I'm gonna wax it. Just wanted to give you a before and after. That's pitiful. It's only 3 months old of paint. Fellas, that looks a lot better. Got a good heavy coat of wax on it. It's a little smeary, but I left it on heavy. I feel a lot better about that. Now the sun can get as hot as it wants, and as long as I keep it slicked up, it won't flake my paint off and create a disaster for me. Now on to... Fellas, I have made a decision. I'm going to chrome wrap this tank. Can only do the middle part. The ends I'll have to buff out. But, I mean, if I polish these tanks, they're just gonna look like crap. I mean, the pits and stuff in here is pretty bad. For example, here, I mean, you can see the severity of that. See what I mean? There's just no way in the world that I can make that look good with the buffer like that. That's just gonna look terrible. It'll be like looking in a windshield with a big old crack in it. So I'm just not going to do that. So what I gotta do is sand all this down, every inch of it, which most of it already is. And then I'm gonna fill those pits with a metal reinforced body filler. And then I'll prime the middle section of these tanks. I'm not gonna do that on camera because you've watched me do that a billion times, but I'll have this ready to go to the people that do the vinyl wrap. The ends, I'm just gonna have to sand and polish out. And right here on this end, this tank has some pretty severe pits. I mean, I'll be able to make it marginally better, but I mean, it's pretty substantial. This was right behind the battery tray where the tires were throwing debris up at it. But anyways, it's the best that I can do, you know, keeping the budget in mind. The other end of the tank's not that bad because it wasn't right behind the steer tire. All right, so now we're gonna put stainless bolts in place of these factory bolts. Got the surface rust on them. So this is the combo we're going with. We got different lengths bolts, but these are the longer ones. A couple of washers, lock nut. These are only hand tight, if you'll recall. So we're just going to pop those dudes out, put new ones in, and also leave them hand tight. Then we've got to put the cross membrane back in there. Everything's going to be loose right now because the chassis right now is twisted like this a little bit. So we can't tighten anything like the cross member up because it will it'll be tight in a crooked position. When the truck's straight, it could potentially snap the bolts or at the minimum mar paint if the bolt slips. So we're going to do this. So have you all heard that Peterbilt Mike is no longer Peterbilt Mike? He has changed his channel name to Mike the Truck Nut or something along the lines of that. I don't know what to think about that. It's like my whole life is a lie. It's like I got so used to, you know, Peterbilt Mike. It's like, how will my life ever be the same now? On a serious note, I really like his trucks. Those Aerodyne trucks are sweet. Mike seems to be a cool guy too. Okay, might as well just throw those rusty ones right in the floor. These are going to look pretty good, I think. I was initially hesitant to go with the stainless bolts because they're crazy expensive, but for now, this is the way to go for me, I think. I just think it'd be a little weird, you know, a lot of these chassis bolts, like in the rear suspension, I'm not going to be pulling out, so I don't know how that's going to look with, that's pretty tight. I don't know how it's going to look with a bunch of painted bolts and then some non-painted ones. I'm going to have to go get a ratchet. Those were hand tight, but obviously they've rusted up some. Alright, these were a little tighter than I thought. More than likely due to rust. Man's worst friend. Where's that worst enemy? I don't know. What's worse, a worst enemy or a bad friend? Had a few of them in my life. Yeah, look at the rust on that. That just irritates the fire out of me. Anyways, if I ever put this truck back to stock, I'm going to save all this stuff. And if I do that, then all this stuff, the chassis, everything will get painted factory colors and everything. So I do also feel like I need to issue you guys an apology. I know my channel content has been a little lame here lately. Gonna see some minor changes to the channel, mainly video length, stuff like that. I'm gonna try to keep the boredom to a minimum. Try to give you guys more content, especially truck related. So hopefully keep you guys around. My life has been a circus here lately. Nothing bad has happened. It's just been, you know, busy, for lack of a better way to say it. Alright, take this off. I'll let you watch me do one more little bolt here, and then I'll go do the other 3 tank brackets, and bring you back, and we'll put that cross member in there. Yeah, just look at that. Terrible. Terrible. I appreciate y'all hanging around and not ditching me, even though the content is not what it was 6 months ago. I do really enjoy doing this. And I'm really looking forward to getting this truck back on the road. Can't wait to rip off down the road, the new shifter in there, see how that goes. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and do the other 3 and bring you back. Alright, so the first thing I got to do is put these brackets in here. I'm trying to remember which way they went in. Okay. Let's see. Those ones, that one was this guy. Wait. Yeah, that's how it went. Okay. I'm going to put 2 front ones in, because these go inside of the bracket. So we'll set them on here, like so. Kind of going off of memory because, as you already know, I did this a while ago. That's what these guys look like. Okay, I'm not sure why I put the nuts on these. Okay, we'll put the front ones in here. Got a little paint in the holes, so they're pretty snug. Alright, my hot wife gets to make her YouTube cameo. She's not enthusiastic about the camera. We're going to put that cross member in there. Alright, I got to crawl in there. Oh God! Oh, I'm too old and fat for this. Oh crap. Ouch. Okay, woman, bring her in. Okay, can't scratch no paint.
What am I supposed to do?
Nothing yet.
How about I hold it and you screw him in?
Yeah. Okay. So, take this guy, take that, put that washer on there, and right here, see this hole here? Push that all the way in. It should go. Okay, just hold it. I gotta put a nut on the inside. Okay. Oops. Hold it tighter. You're a mechanic now. Okay. Okay, grab another nut and bolt.
Alright, do you have a hold?
Yeah, you can let go of that.
Put it on this side?
Okay, gotta get you a washer. No, it'll be right next to it. No, flip that washer over. There you go. There's a hole there. Okay. Can you get a nut on the inside? No, you can't. Your arm won't reach.
Nope.
Ain't she doing good, guys? I'm the one that's not doing good. Can't hit the hole.
That's what she said.
Oh, you're nasty. Okay. Okay, hold what you got there, woman.
Oh, hold this?
Oh, just don't let anything fall. Oh, God. Alright, I gotta get over here. And try not to hit myself in the face. Where's the hole? I don't want to hear a word, woman. Oh, there it is. Found the hole. Oh, God. Okay. Okay. Okay, come over here, woman. You're doing a fine job.
You gonna hold it?
It should. I got it.
I don't know.
Come over here. We'll do the same thing. Ouch. Rocks are sharp. Okie dokie. Alright. Find the hole first.
Oh.
Oh, we got an injury. Oh, okay. You get a nut. Okay, you can let go. Good job, wife. Thanks for your help.
Bye.
All right. Oh gosh. Sorry for the reach. Okay, so this guy goes over here. No, that one goes over here. Alright. Well, one thing led to another, as things tend to do, and what I'm trying to tell you is I shorted myself on washers. That, or whoever I bought it from, shorted me on washers. Could have swore I counted it 12 times, but math was never my strong suit. So, we'll zoom you out and show you what she looks like. Looks pretty good. Well, what do you think? I think it's a good look. Except for where the washers are missing. Did I tell you about that? And they're all loose. Like I said, I'm not going to tighten up tank brackets, cross member, or anything else until I get the tanks fit, because I might need to do this kind of thing there. And the truck, like I said, the chassis is not square, but it's looking pretty good, I think. The ultimate objective for me right at this point is to get tanks on it, get it running, and be done from this point to this point. Stuff up there under the cab, it's already kind of been painted. It's a semi-gloss black, but it's in marginally better shape. This back half here is what needs the work, and like I already told you, that guy on the other side needs replaced. So I need to do that before I can really drive it, you know, and be legal. Can't have bad suspension parts that are obvious, that have been worn for years. And while I'm doing that, I'll replace most of the air lines and brake chambers. So what I don't want to do is, after I get the tanks back on, I never want the truck to be out of commission for any length of time. So everything else I do, with probably the exception of the final paint where I have to take the windows and stuff out, I don't want the truck to be down again for a long length of time. But that looks pretty good, I think. Let me know what you think in the comments. Looking pretty good. Well, thank you for joining me for this round of wrenching. I'm excited to get back on this truck. Got a lot of work to do before it gets real hot in the summertime, and I am really looking forward to it. Thank you all for sticking around, and we'll see you next time. Now if I can get out of this truck. I took the step off. Ugh.